Sports Entertainment is recorded live at twitch.tv/baldyandthebeast. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and watch the matches right along with us.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bront.
I'm Willem, and this is Take Two because I'm a schmuck.
Take two. I don't know if that's your fault. We'll blame that on the computers.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are Baldy and the Beast, and this is another exciting episode of Sports Entertained. Willem, what are we doing today?
We are watching the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match from the Royal Rumble 2018.
Yeah, and this match happened on January 28th. I wrote in my notes of 10/28, but I'm pretty sure I meant 2018.
Yep.
In front of 17,629 fans. So, essentially the build-up to this pay-per-view is almost non-existent. You know, Rumbles don't normally have a lot of story going in.
Yep.
But after Survivor Series, there were several call-ups and returns that happened, which helped to form two groups. The first being Absolution, which consisted of Paige, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. And the second was the Riot Squad, consisting of Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. So, with a larger roster, on December the 18th of 2017, Stephanie McMahon announced the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, with the winner going on to face the champion of their choosing at WrestleMania. The rules were the same as they are for the men, and for the special event, since it was a special event, Stephanie is on commentary, and Maria Menounos was the special ring announcer. And that's really all I got for this one, because like I was telling Willem during take numero uno, a good Rumble doesn't have a lot of stories going in, but it has a lot of stories coming out.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot going in, but I'm still excited. I love Rumbles.
Yep. They're always great to watch. There's very rarely, like I said this again in take one, that the Rumble itself, it kind of lends itself to creating a new main event star that wasn't there before. Take Drew McIntyre this past year. Like, he was not at the time considered a main event star, but he kicked ass in the Rumble. He eliminated Brock Lesnar in a very convincing fashion, and there he was as the new top guy.
Yep, just like that.
Yep.
And that's what's exciting about the Rumble to me, is they don't do it as much as they probably should, but you can make people here.
Yep.
But let's go ahead and get into that card, because this is going to be a lengthy episode.
Oh, yeah.
And there were 3 pre-show matches. We started off with what looks like a 205 Live exhibition, where Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado defeat TJP, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak.
Yep.
Followed by The Revival defeating Gallows and Anderson. What a fucking... that kind of drives me nuts. That tag team match was on the pre-show.
Yeah.
The pre-show.
And that particular tag team match is probably going to be the main event in an AEW show sometime in the next couple months.
And a deserved main event.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of frustrates me. But they were followed by a singles match for the U.S. title, where Bobby Roode defeated Mojo Rawley. The first match on the main card was a handicap match for the WWE Championship, where AJ Styles was able to overcome the odds, defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They had a couple gimmick matches, because the next one was a 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Tag Championships, where the Usos defeated Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, American Alpha 2.0. They beat them 2-0, so a really decisive 2 out of 3 falls match.
That's weird. Why make it 2 out of 3 falls if there's going to be no whatever?
Put one team over really big, I guess. I have no idea.
I guess.
This was followed...
Go ahead. Hashtag not sponsored by Arby's.
Not sponsored by Sparkling Water. I am not a sellout to Big Seltzer. This was followed by Shinsuke Nakamura last eliminating Roman in the men's Rumble. So Shinsuke was able to pull out the big win there.
Yep.
And that I remember being super excited about this. We didn't know the whole Kinshasa thing was about to happen.
Yeah.
Where he just hit AJ Styles in the balls 100 times. And I remember being really excited. Like, this feud, this Mania match is going to be a banger. And
right.
they tried, I don't want to say They were told to do a WWE style match when they should have been told to go do whatever the fuck you want for 30 minutes.
Right. And it was... I was so hyped for this because, like, I remember when AJ won the title the year prior, like, I had said to my wife, like, just kind of casually, I was sitting in, like, again, this was a couple years ago, but I remember, like, we were just kind of hanging out. I was going to the bathroom, and I was like, I'm calling it now. At, like, Shinsuke's winning the Rumble, and they're doing Shinsuke AJ for the title at Mania. Like, I called that this was going to happen, like, 4 months before it actually happened. And it did happen, and it was shit, because, like, the entire feud just kind of centered around Shinsuke kicking AJ in the dick.
Over and over, and AJ was never... Here's the problem. That would have been fine if he would have put a fucking cup on at some point.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen. The second match, put a cup on. He tries to kick you in the nuts, he hurts his shin, you roll him up. You tell a story. Jesus. Fuck. I got really passionate about that. I don't know why, but passion.
It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, they...
No.
That is easily one of the, like... one of the most botched storylines, at least in the modern era.
Because it could have been so much.
Yeah.
It should have been so much.
That whole storyline is like Gender World title retribution levels of fucking just like pissed away opportunities.
Yep. But let's move on from that because we are getting a little long in the tooth. We do have a long match ahead of us.
Not trying to shit on everything.
I will shit on everything, but not right now.
Yeah.
Cesaro and Sheamus defeating Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. I don't think this was probably too long before Jason Jordan had to hang it up, was it?
No, it was pretty soon after this. As you kind of brought up, Jason Jordan kind of had to hang up the boots after this because he was having neck problems, and it was supposedly that was kind of the thing that was reported. And whatever his issue was, it was bad enough that he had to hang it up for good.
Oh, supposedly is what I said the hanging up to.
Oh.
Because apparently he may potentially be training for a comeback.
Okay, well, there you go.
So I fucking stick him with Chad Gable. Please, God.
Right.
That's the best thing they've ever done with Gable on the main roster, and they didn't even do that much with him.
Don't rehash the Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's son storyline. Again, we're just shitting on stuff now because it's 2018.
That should have been Chad Gable.
It should have been Chad Gable.
Anyways, the next match was Brock Lesnar, obviously accompanied by Paul Heyman, and a really weird triple threat against Kane and Braun Strowman. I'm sure that match was worked at a really quick pace.
So I vaguely remember there was a spot at the beginning of this match where like Brock was like down on his knee doing something, and Strowman like hit him a couple times, but he hit him a little too snug, and Brock immediately gave him a couple receipts. He was like, "Stop working so snug."
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that afterwards.
That was pretty good.
So, and the last match on the card was obviously the one we're watching. Let's go ahead and not really waste a whole lot of time. And go ahead.
I was going to say, because this is a Royal Rumble match, and it is a rather long match just on the thing. If you're looking at it, it's an hour long. So be prepared for the long.
Because not to spoil anything, but we're probably going to skip what happens after. Rhymes with schmonda schmousy.
Yep.
Schmoining at a schmine. Okay.
So
I'll make that joke later. Hit it.
So go ahead. If you're looking for it on the network, this is the fourth in, maybe farther. God, it's very far in. It's like it's near the end of the thing. If you're looking for it on the timeline, it starts at 2 hours, 58 minutes, 44 seconds. Because this is such a long match, we're just going to go ahead and count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click.
I don't know, front row tickets to Wrestle Kingdom, both nights. I'd probably let Minoru Suzuki chop the shit out of me a couple of times for that.
A couple times. take a Suzuki chop. I mean, you'll be fine in 2 days.
Yeah, it would have to happen either before or after Wrestle Kingdom by a
Yep.
couple of days so I could be recovered.
Yep. Asuka bringing Nikki to the outside. We're about to see the finish of the match.
Watch this match goes 5 more minutes.
Yeah, I know. Asuka bringing Nikki out. They're both fighting on the outside of the ring. Both trying to get their way to their feet. Asuka just kind of keeps on slipping for some reason.
And
Ooh,
I've always really liked. There it is.
And then the surprise finish.
I'll just get it out real quick. I've always liked Asuka's tights.
Yeah.
They're weird. Honestly, I can't think of a better. They're different.
Right.
They look cool. It's something only a wrestler could get away with.
Yep. They're very different. So that's the end of the match. I want to point out for a hot second that the way just the finish to the match. So they both kind of climb their way to their feet. Nikki hits Asuka with like a very stiff like forearm to the face, and Asuka falls all the way to the mat, and then just kind of like is like, "Fuck you," and like kicks her leg out from under her, and she falls out. Like, it's a very abrupt finish to the Rumble, but it's funny to watch. But
she kicked her leg out from under her leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock the leg out of your leg. But it's a very fitting finish to that, or not very fitting finish, but a very the right person won in the end of this match.
So I think we can just stop that here. What do you say? And I will just give a cliff notes about what's about to happen.
Go ahead and give a cliff notes about what's about to happen.
So Asuka's in the ring pointing at the sign, and in come Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, your current reigning champions. Charlotte for SmackDown and Alexa Bliss for Raw.
Yes.
Now, Asuka points at the sign. There's probably some jaw jacking. I don't fucking. Stephanie McMahon probably comes in for a picture. Out comes Ronda Rousey, who also points at the sign, and that is what we finish on. My only complaint is, why not just have? And I understand in the grander scheme, it didn't work into their plans for Mania. Why not just have Ronda come out at 30? Like, she doesn't have.
Yeah.
I understand you don't want her to lose her first match. I get it, but God, imagine that pop if she had come out at 30.
Yeah.
Take a spot away from, I don't know. Sorry, Kelly, Tori Wilson. You're not in the Rumble anymore because
just take their spot away and have everybody else come out one spot sooner.
Yeah, literally, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't need to be changed any more than that. All the spots are the same. Kelly did jack fucking shit. Aside from botch a go over the top rope and a Hurricane Rana, and then she just got beat up in the corner, and then a titty almost fell out. Like, we could do without all of that, and just like skip that whole thing, and then have Ronda come out at 30.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. But I think Ronda might come out this weekend because I heard somebody. This is my last tangent before we move on with it. I heard somebody say something that was super true. Ronda hates wrestling fans.
Yeah?
Guess what there are none of right now?
Wrestling fans?
Yep. Makes a lot of sense for her to... Why did she not come back at the beginning of the pandemic? I feel like Vince should have gotten on that way sooner and been like, you know how you hate all those fuckers in the crowd? There's no more fuckers in the crowd. Boy. She would have been in like Flynn.
Boy, like, of all the things to like not like about wrestling, the fans, like,
the best thing about wrestling,
right? Like, that should be an automatic reason to be like, all right, you're expelled from wrestling forever. Go away. Don't come back.
I feel like it's more of a, she is used to, if you are good at the thing you do, you will get cheered and praised. And that is not how fucking wrestling fans work.
Yeah.
We will shit on you, as everyone that watches the show knows. Me and Willem shit on everything. Oh. And we will if you fuck up, we will let you know. We are not a shy group.
Oh, no. It's less like, we will absolutely cheer the people that are good. If you're not good, we're not going to cheer for you. Or if you're a piece of shit, we're going to not cheer for you.
Even if you are good.
Ronda was good in the ring. Ronda was okay. She was great for how much she actually trained. She was great at that.
I will accept that.
But like, her promo needed work. Okay, a lot of everything that can be summed up with Ronda is that she did not have enough time to cook in the oven in order to make her a character, in order to make her a competent professional wrestler. And that's nothing on Ronda. That's everything on the timetable that she was given to work in. And
I would argue that she was a competent professional wrestler.
Right.
She was a competent wrestler, but none of the rest of the business.
Right. And that's kind of the thing that that happens when you when you try and, turn a celebrity that's good for X thing into a wrestler. Like, really, the exception to the rule is Pat McAfee, because he came into the business and was top notch from the beginning.
I hate to be this way. AEW should pick him up just to we're gonna have you cut promos. We're gonna have you on the pre-show. It's all you ever need to do.
Yeah.
You're just gonna cut promos for us every once in a while because he proved he can do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to wrestle. He was good for as much training as he has, but I feel where they really missed the ball with Ronda is not immediately recognizing the MMA connection and putting her with Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I think a run where she just didn't talk, didn't say a fucking word.
No words.
Paul speaks for her. She just comes out, kicks ass. Paul's like, spoiler alert, she's gonna kick ass.
Right.
That's all you have to do with her.
Well, and then that just makes it more special the times that she does pick up the mic. Because look at Brock. Nobody expects him to talk. Paul does all his talking, but the times that he does pick up the mic, it's like, ooh, good shit.
Yeah.
Not good shit, but stuff that is impactful towards what he's saying.
Bork can talk, but he can't.
Yeah. He could talk in 02, 03. He can't talk now.
I don't know if he could talk in 0203.
Yeah, you probably.
But
shame me.
I don't know.
Shame me.
Like I said, he can, but he can't. To the point that he can cut a promo, but I'm just not really convinced. He's kind of in that Bobby Lashley group of voice does not match body.
Yeah. There's a promo that I have to send you that is it is the best Bobby Lashley promo in that it is the worst Bobby Lashley promo.
Mm-hmm.
I have to find it and send it to you because it's one of my favorite things ever. Anyway, do you have anything else you want to talk about tonight? I think the women's Rumble match is kind of inclusive of itself. Obviously, we can't really do a rebooked for this match because there's 30 fucking people in this match.
You missed the hot tag.
Oh, hot tag.
God damn it. You fucking ruined something for me.
What?
I was like, what's my hot tag? And because of you, and I'm going to place the blame solely on you, the first thing that came to my mind was Kelly's tit almost popped out was going to be my hot tag. And I was like, no, that's terrible. That's not a good hot tag.
Well, your hot tag is not fucking Mandy Rose's rounded shoes?
I think I'm going to go with lots of good returns. There were a couple stingaroos in there, but a vast majority of those were really good.
I'm going to go with Kelly botched Hurricane Rana. That's my hot tag. The right person won. That's my hot tag. The right person won.
There's our next segment. Did the right person win?
Absolutely. Yep. Asuka was absolutely the correct person to win this match. Did it turn out correctly in the end? Not really. But the correct person won this match, and the correct person won the men's Rumble match. This is probably one of the best booked, I don't want to say best booked, probably one of the most correctly booked Rumble matches.
All right, Willem. Well, are you ready to do rebooked? So at number 1, I put... I'm fucking kidding. I didn't do all that fucking work.
I ain't got enough brain cells for that. I can't remember 30 people. What the fuck are you doing?
Half of the people would just be the people that were actually in the match.
Right.
Who takes Becky's
place? Do you have an hour? Remember the time when Adam Pompier rebooked an entire Rumble and it took 2 episodes?
Yeah. And it's fucking 10:30, so
It is 10:30 time where we are at. So we are going to go ahead and cut it there for tonight. What are we watching next Tuesday?
next Tuesday we are going to be sticking with the theme of February. And next Tuesday I have slotted, unless you want to change it, Trish, Lita, Raw main event.
I'm down for it. We're doing that.
Let's do it.
What's the date? That was 05, wasn't it?
Yes, correct. 05.
Okay, from all of 2005.
Yeah, the whole year.
The whole year. The entire year was Lita versus Trish in the main event of a Raw. Well, I mean, with how Raw is today, I could expect it to last the entire year of 2005.
No comment.
Anyway, thank you everybody for coming out and seeing us tonight. If you haven't already, go ahead and check us out in the description down below at our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the places that we're at. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate it. If you don't feel like looking at our beautiful faces, go ahead and check us out over on the audio podcast at Anchor or Spotify or any of the other places that we're available. Once again, those links are in the description down below. We will see you this coming Tuesday for Lita versus Trish Stratus from Raw in 2005, the first ever women's main event on a Raw TV show. We will see you then. Thank you for coming out. Bye-bye.
Bye.